Welcome back to the deep dive. I mean, if you've been following the Toronto Maple Leafs, the last 48 hours have just been a masterclass in contradiction.
It's like whiplash.
Exactly. On one hand, you get this performance that everyone is calling their best, most unified win of the season.
And then on the other hand, boom, injury updates drop, and it feels like they change everything. The whole strategy, short-term, long-term, you name it.
Well, that's what we're here for. Our mission today is to give you a shortcut through all that chaos. We're going to unpack the details on the big injuries, especially to Chris Tanev.
And to Austin Matthews, of course. But crucially, we're going to dig into why the team has suddenly clicked, why they've found this new gear, and what that means for a guy like Nick Robertson, who is just seizing this moment.
We've pulled all the latest reporting, a lot of it coming straight from the Sportsnet channels, and concerns are real. You've got a top defenseman who might be out for a long, long time.
And star forwards are banged up right before the schedule gets, well, absolutely brutal.
So the nuggets we've pulled out for you today go beyond just who's in and who's out. We're going to get into the specific tactical hole Tanev leaves.
And how Brandon Carlo's return might help, and what specific changes have allowed this team, this injury-riddled team, to suddenly put up a shutout.
Okay, let's unpack this. Let's start with the biggest piece of news, the one that really dictates what the front office does next. Chris Tanev.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the picture here is pretty concerning. The reporting, specifically from Elliot Friedman on the Fan Hockey Show, suggests the Leafs are really worried this is a long-term injury.
Worried is one thing, but it sounds like it's more than that now.
It is. It was followed up pretty quickly by another journalist, Buru, who just stated it plainly. Tanev's going to miss a significant amount of time.
And there was some early chatter, some fear that it could be another concussion given his history.
Right, which would have been a whole other terrible conversation. But sources had confirmed it's a growing injury. And, you know, this matters so much because Tanev has been, one of their best players all year.
He's been their best defensive player, hands down.
Absolutely. And it's important to understand why he's so crucial. It's not just about blocking shots. Tanev's real value is his ability to end plays in the defensive zone with his skating and his stick, and then immediately
Flip the ice.
Exactly. He transports that puck and exits the zone better than anyone on their blue line. He's the engine for their transition game.
So, if he's out long-term, this isn't just a depth problem, it's a systemic problem. It slows down their entire game plan.
That's the implication, 100%. The reporting is making it clear. If this is a long-term thing, they might have to look at making a trade now.
For another right-shot defenseman.
Yep, and you and I both know, you know this, there is a real scarcity of top 4 right-shot defensemen on the market. The Leafs might have to seriously overpay to fill that gap.
Which completely changes their asset management strategy heading toward the deadline. Okay, so before we get too deep into trade talk, let's look at who might be coming back.
Okay, some good news. For Austin Matthews, the word is he's looking okay.
Okay is good, considering how it looked.
It is. Apparently he finished that last game on pure adrenaline. That's why he missed the most recent one. But the really positive sign, he was on the ice for the optional skate this morning.
So that suggests we're talking days, not weeks.
That's the hope.
Yeah.
Now, for William Nylander, it's still vague. No real update is the official line. Frustrating.
Okay, but there is a big silver lining for the defense that helps with the Tanev situation, Brandon Carlo.
Yes. Carlo is progressing pretty quickly. He was out there at the morning skate, working with the return-to-play staff, so his return seems imminent.
And that is just, it's so crucial right now.
It's massive. Now, look, he's not Chris Tanev. He doesn't bring that same elite skating or transition game. But he was a very solid NHL defenseman for most of last year.
He's a different type of player, right? He's billed as that physical, shutdown guy.
He is. And, you know, maybe that's exactly what they need for this upcoming stretch, this January gauntlet, as people are calling it.
Oh, it's brutal. It's what, 15 or 16 games they're playing almost every other day?
Yeah. And in a grind like that, maybe having Carlo's physicality, his ability to just end cycles with his body, is actually more valuable in the short term.
That's a great point. And maybe that's why they're taking their time with Matthews and Nylander. Get them as close to 100% as you possibly can before throwing them into that meat grinder.
It's the only logical play. You can't afford a re-injury in a month like January.
Which brings us to the really interesting part of this deep dive. How on earth does a team missing its top defenseman and 2 of its best forwards go out and play what everyone is calling their best game of the season?
It's a fascinating question. I mean, the metrics are there. The team is 3-0-1 since they fired Mark Sevard.
The assistant coach who was running that power play that was Struggling.
Struggling is a kind word.
Yeah.
And now the power play looks way better. It's not a coincidence.
And that win against the Devils, that wasn't against a bottom feeder. They're a solid team.
A very solid team. And the reports were that their old coach, Sheldon Keefe, was just going crazy after the loss. That tells you something about how thoroughly the Leafs dominated.
So if it's not the star players carrying them, it has to be the system. It has to be Craig Bubate's vision finally clicking.
And that's exactly what Bubate himself said. He came out and stated that they are finally playing the way the coaching staff has wanted them to play all year.
So what does that look like? What's the actual change on the ice?
The big shift is from being a reactive team to a proactive team.
Meaning, they're not waiting for the other team to make a mistake anymore.
Exactly. They went after the game. You saw it in the forecheck. They were relentless. They forced turnovers, and we saw a total, complete buy-in from every single player.
You could see it in the little things, right? The block shots are way up.
Block shots, great goaltending, and this is the most important part. They were ending plays in their own zone. No more letting teams just cycle on them forever.
It's like they finally embraced the hard, grinding part of hockey.
Precisely. There is a great quote from the sources that sums it up. If you don't have a balanced lineup, can't end plays in your own zone, don't block a lot of shots, you're going to have a tough time winning hockey games.
And without the Stars, they had no choice but to rely on that structure. Which brings us to the guy who really embodies this whole shift, Nick Robertson.
What a story he's been. He has been just really solid over this last stretch. The stats are jumping off the page.
It's 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points in his last handful of games, 11 shots on goal.
But it's more than the points. It's the eye test. The physicality is suddenly there.
I think everyone saw that insane hit he laid on Brendan Dillon. I mean, Dillon is 6'4". Robertson is not a big guy.
No, but he played big. That showed zero fear. It showed he's bought into what Bubate is selling. We always knew he had the skill, right? He's great at protecting the puck. He has maybe the second or third best shot on the whole team.
Right.
But now he's in the top 6 because of all these injuries, and he's proving he could do more than just score. He's playing a complete game.
So the debate is over then. I mean, for years, he's been the guy who gets scratched or sent down. It's becoming really hard to justify scratching him now, isn't it?
How can you? He's giving you top 6 production on an entry-level deal and playing the exact aggressive style the coach wants. He is proving, night in and night out, that he belongs.
And you're seeing that commitment from other guys, too. It's not just him.
Oh, yeah. You look at Matthew Nyes, he's out there asking a guy to fight multiple times, then he goes and wins the fight. That's proactive. That's setting a tone.
And Bobby McMann is quietly up to 12 goals now. The depth is finally showing up.
It's a full team effort. It's a validation of the entire coaching philosophy.
So what does this all mean for you, the learner? Trying to make sense of this team. We've got this massive crisis with Chris Tanev's long-term injury.
But it's balanced against the fact that Matthew should be back soon, Carlo is progressing, and most importantly, the team has found a new, higher standard of play.
They've found depth. They've found guys like Robertson and Nyes who can step up right when their stars go down. They can win ugly now.
Which makes the whole Nick Robertson situation so compelling. He's used this opportunity to dramatically raise his profile. He looks like a legitimate top 6 forward.
A higher profile works 2 ways, doesn't it?
And that's the final